So I waited 3 hours, and here's this beautiful Lexus unmasked. As you can see, paint is very wet and beautiful. Did all the jams. In the trunk. Took it all apart. Basically, I just waited 3 hours, so anything that's on the edges wasn't gonna lift tomorrow, especially around the windows and stuff, since I masked it all together. But stuff like this don't matter. I can do that tomorrow. It's not touching anything around the exhaust. So basically 3 hours, and there is a special way of removing the tape actually. So just kind of pull it sideways. But the hood, the customer wasn't so concerned. He helped me mask it. But I'm glad he brought some spray can paint. Do the jams first before I actually shot paint in there and cleared it. I was able to get more edges that way. That was awesome. Again, they have fine lines, which probably just take a Sharpie and go around those edges, like right there where the rubber is. I mean, you know, that was like primer from before, but you can take a black Sharpie, you know, tape around on the clear coat and take a Sharpie. That's just small little detail stuff. And clean it up. But again, the most important part, it was taped right here around this seal there. And under the hood again, which wasn't too big of a concern. The customer was like, no biggie. I told him, you're going to regret it. It's pretty much going to be a show car. But you know, you have the customer help you out, and that's okay. I'm not worried about it. He's not worried about it. He just wanted something decent. He didn't expect this much. I took extra time to do additional body work to this car, which, you know, he pretty much had already given up on this car, had it parked, and body shops weren't doing it right. So I'm glad I was able to finish it and make it one of my finished pieces, even though it's not perfect. Because again, this paint, ultrasonic blue, is very transparent, and it was very, very challenging. Amazingly, we put 2 gallons of paint just on this car paint alone. 2 gallons just to get enough coverage. Next time I use a different base to get it sealed underneath, because this ultrasonic blue is very, very transparent. I wouldn't do that again. I mean, I learned my lesson with this ultrasonic blue, but at the very end, got enough coverage, and I just wanted to upload another video. Now again, sometimes I paint cars for customers. I've done it in the past. Do see that these windows are super clean. I mean, I painted cars for people, and this is in my garage. I tell a lot of people, some of the best masterpieces come out of people's garages. Not that this is a masterpiece again, but the car's all washed up. I painted cars for people, and they don't even wash the cars right. I made sure this car was very, very clean before I painted it and masked it. Otherwise, when I unmask it, of course, because you got to unmask it when it's fresh, it would have a bunch of dirt and dust there, and then when you paint, it just doesn't come out the same. So very important. So again, I guess it's got a white body kit or something. It's been all, like I said, I was glad I was able to finish it, because see, basically all the wheel wells under here have been cut out. And this just got a lot of work on it, which is cool. And then this panel was just glued over it, and you know, as you saw, this rocker panel's all riveted there. A lot of custom work to make it wider. There's the rivets. And then I love this fender. Well, you can tell it's all custom just by the hinge too. I mean, you know that hinge was ordered to make this wide body kit adaptation. This whole fender was cut out. I did a lot of fiberglass work on this car, but you can see how the original fender is basically all cut out under there. I don't know if you can see it. The original saw cut out under there. There's that metal, original metal piece cut right there, the whole fender. And I had to make that lip there that no one's gonna really see. I mean, again, the paint was very transparent, but I had to make all that lip there. You can see there's some paint there, but I had to make this whole edge, strengthen that, and I did all the cracks everywhere. There was so many cracks, and a lot of fabrication, but it's beautiful. Customer already saw it, he loved it. So, ultrasonic blue. I think it's 8U1 paint code on this, is what I keep posting on it. If you paint it, make sure you use a base. The paint store didn't say, but that's 8U1 paint code there. Do use a base. 8U1 right there. Do use a main base under this paint, because it will not cover. I would use a gray. He said one of his friends painted a truck and he had a gray base on it, so I would recommend something like that to get the true color and not put 2 gallons of paint on a car.